Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Let's hang out. Let's hang out. And let's talk about what lessons have found. Let's hang out. And let's listen to 2 lesbians shout. Let's hang out. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Lee Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is somewhere where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. And up first, it is the beautiful time of the year. My favorite time.
The best time of the year.
I call it gay Christmas. I think it's valid. Halloween. Coming up. And we have a special Halloween design of these adorable skeletons. I'm just going to call them lesbian skeletons. They're gender neutral skeletons, but they're in love and they're so cute. So if you want to get that shirt, there's still time to get it in time for Halloween. Honestly, I would wear it all year round. But yeah, you want to grab your cute Skelly shirt. You can get that at bit.ly/lesshop.
It is a great option if you have not planned a costume yet. Just throw that guy on and you're all set. So Check them out. I got mine. They're adorable. I love them.
They're so cute. And if any of you guys are going out this week, we would love to see your costumes. I know this is probably the big Halloween weekend coming up. Send your gayest costumes. We would love to see them. We have been releasing more YouTube content this season, and we're just starting to realize that we've taken on a little bit more than we can handle, and we really want to focus on quality over quantity for these YouTube videos. So we're going to start releasing every other week. Instead of every week, we will still be getting you content, do not worry, but we just want to make sure the content that we're giving you is good, well thought out, well executed, and well planned content.
Yeah, we'd rather not just be scrambling to get whatever we can out there. We think it'll be better if we focus on things that have been popular, things that people seem to be enjoying, and giving ourselves the time to really focus on them, get those done, get the podcast done, and make sure everything kind of stays at the quality level that we sort of have wanted to hold ourselves to. So we hope you bear with us. We would love to, in the future, if we have the means to do it, go back to every week. But for now, we think it's going to be a little better for us to have a little bit more breathing room. So keep your eyes peeled. There's still going to be some great stuff coming up. We are very excited about some of the videos that we're going to have coming out soon. Also, we had a little bit of delay in getting this out here. We had a situation with offering it to someone who decided to bow out because they are not out in real life that I think we explained earlier in the podcast. But we do have a winner for our Patreon drawing. So we are super excited. We are going to be having Annabelle W. come on the show at some point to do a Q&A with us. We just need to get that kind of scheduled and then keep an eye out for her. She will be here when you least expect.
I'm just so excited.
I'm just going to try to make everything spooky now because we're getting close to Halloween.
Okay. That makes sense. This is our Halloween episode, pretty much. Ooh. We are also, we've talked about this before on the podcast. We are planning some live shows this year. It's looking like we were hopefully going to be in New York sometime this year. So we wanted to let all of our New York listeners know, and anyone else who might be around the New York area, get excited for that show coming up.
Yes, we want to see you. Also, I don't know how to make this one spooky, but you know those Bachelor Vietnam girls? Girls got together.
Yes!
It is the dream lesbian ending that we were all waiting for. One of them, I believe, had stayed on the show originally. The news finally broke. They have been outsighted being super cute and gay and in love, and we love it. We love it.
Amazing.
Ooh, we love it.
And with that, that's this week in the Lesdom.
Back to you, Ellie and Lee. Thanks, Ellie and Lee, and welcome to our 15th installment and our special Halloween installment of Should Have Been Gay, where you were always on my mind.
Beautifully.
You were always on my mind. That's right. If you haven't figured it out already, for Halloween this year, we thought that we would revisit what I think is a lot of people's favorite Halloween movie, Practical Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
Well, we talked about this off air.
We do sometimes talk without mics in front of us occasionally.
Sometimes. Practical Magic is like your time period everyone loves, right?
Yeah.
Time period, I don't know what I'm talking about. For me, it was...
My generation.
Yeah, for me it was Hocus Pocus. Like, love, love, love. And at some point we're going to do Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
but the
absolutely.
thing with all of these movies is that they're all about sisters.
Yes.
So,
it will be a slightly different...
It's a different take. It's a different take.
Approach to how we usually do Should Have Been Gays. We are not going to take our Ellie and AJ approach to this movie. But who doesn't love Practical Magic?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's Halloween time. It's October. Everyone is gearing up. And so what better thing to do than to, you know,
talk about gay
let's
witches.
Let's talk about some witches who should have been gay. So,
right?
So Practical Magic, for anyone who's not of my time period, you know, and isn't familiar with the movie, our IMDb synopsis is two witch sisters, which I love the use of witch as an adjective here.
Yes.
I'm not sure how that works. Okay, two witch sisters raised by their eccentric aunts in a small town face close-minded prejudice and a curse which threatens to prevent them ever finding lasting love.
Oh, which is accurate.
They jam-packed a lot of the movie plot
most
points
of the
into
movie is really in that synopsis.
that IMDb synopsis.
My synopsis is two witch sisters raised by their substitute eccentric for lesbian, because we know eccentric means lesbian. Lesbian aunts in a small town face closed-minded prejudice because lesbians, and a curse which threatens to prevent them ever finding lasting love with men.
With men.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easy.
Here's okay, if I had to write my gay synopsis, here's my gay synopsis. Somehow, in a movie about magic and witches, where literally loving men is a curse, there's not a single lesbian.
Ridiculous.
I mean, what is this?
What is this?
It's right there. It's staring us in the face.
Two witch sisters find the most obvious solution to their cursed problem, which is to date women instead.
I mean, I think if you're going to talk about Practical Magic, Should Have Been Gay, right? I think that's the most obvious place to start. So there's a curse, right? There's a curse on the Owens family, and that curse is any man that they fall in love with will die.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually. It doesn't happen right away. That's the other thing I love about this curse. This curse tends to wait until you're like 10 years into a lasting, committed, happy relationship.
Yeah, that's the rough part about it. Like, Sandra Bullock is happy with freaking kids, and
it's like their mother, like how old were they when their father died and then their mom died of a broken heart? It's like, you know, this is a delayed curse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real rough.
It's not fast.
Late in life lesbians.
So the curse takes a little while to kill the man that you've fallen in love with, but that seems to be what happens eventually. Is the Owens women are cursed. They can't fall in love with a man because eventually he will die.
Yep.
And so it seems a little too far-fetched that in 300 years of this curse, no Owens woman ever decided to take the easy, can we call it like the Owen way out, right? From like,
the
Lord of
Owen
the
way
Rings,
out is to be a lesbian.
Like, I am no man. Like it's there, right? Like it's not like it's not a known trope from Things when you have like the no man can do this, and so don't use a man.
Yep.
Use a woe man.
A woe man.
A woe man. So I mean, that's the first.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
Easy solution.
Yeah, people have. Didn't someone tweet this at us?
Oh yeah, we had a Twitter suggestion for Practical Magic, which was certainly already on my list at least.
Yeah.
From my time period.
Because it is, from your time period. I've seen it like when it's on TV or whatever, but
I love this movie.
I love Sandra Bullock and I love Nicole Kidman, so
I love Nicole Kidman. I specifically love Nicole Kidman in this movie. Like, she is just so funny. She's like so on top of this character where she's like, it feels like it should be over the top and yet it works. And yet,
because she's Nicole Kidman.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
She like totally sells Jilly as just this like, I'm a wild free spirit. And yeah, I love her in this. I love Sandra Bullock in this. I love everyone in this personally.
Oh yeah.
But it just, I think number one should have been gay. Date a woman. Try it out. Owens.
Yep.
Sisters, Owens, any Owens woman.
We haven't even seen if maybe the curse is not homophobic and they fall in love with a woman and they still kill the woman. I mean, that would suck. But you haven't even tested it out, you know?
No one's tried. Tried
don't
this.
knock it until you try it. And I shouldn't have said that, but true.
Well, and the other thing about it, though, that I think is really interesting is, I know we're saying, like, they're all family, and so, we're not going to go down that road. But is it ever actually laid out in the movie what the relationship between Aunt Frances and Aunt Jet is? Like, do they ever actually explicitly say that the two of them are sisters?
I'm pretty sure they're sisters, but
I think they're supposed to be sisters, but do they ever say it, is my point.
I'm not sure.
Because I'm just saying, a lot of times when you go live with your two eccentric aunts who live in a big house all by themselves and the whole town kind of, thinks they're weird a little bit, let me tell you what that usually means. You're living with your gay aunts.
Yep. And everyone has a gay aunt.
Everyone has. As we all know, we love nothing more on this podcast than a gay aunt. We love a gay aunt.
Yeah.
We can't help it.
Exactly. Like these two older women who live together in this big house, life partners. Like, come on.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get that in this case it's like, oh, they're not gay, they're witches, which like that's not a better argument. That's only more in our favor.
Yes, like there are so many gay witches.
Yes.
Like Willow and Tara, which is just a euphemism for lesbian.
Exactly.
Come on.
Let me tell you what a lesbian loves. Some magic and spells. There's just... We like what we like. We don't make the rules, Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's in the handout. When you sign up...
You get a letter.
You get your toaster and a cauldron and some candles.
Yeah.
Just,
honestly...
To get started.
Most of the lesbians I know have some sort of witchiness, It's just a gift.
They do, and they make toast in the movie too, right? I think the aunts are making toast for Sally's kids at some point. Yes. So there you go. They got the starter pack.
They got the memo.
They got their toaster. They got their candles. They do some spells. They make some toast.
Yeah.
They drink some tequila. It's all there.
It's all there. Tequila. Oh my god, midnight margaritas.
Tequila. I want midnight margaritas to be like a thing. Can we like make that a lesbian thing? Is midnight margaritas.
Wait, that would be amazing. Can you imagine if we just one day decided, like, today is the day we all have midnight margaritas. And everyone just sends pictures of themselves or videos drinking margaritas?
Yes.
Wait,
oh my
Lee,
God.
I'm not even kidding. Let's do it tonight.
Let's do it tonight?
Today.
Okay.
That the episode airs.
Oh, I thought you meant have midnight margaritas tonight. And I'm like, let's be real. I'm up in the middle of the night every night right now anyways.
It's fine.
So, hey.
No, I'm serious. All right, call to action.
Nothing better for breastfeeding than midnight margaritas, everyone. You heard it here first.
Tonight, every lesbian in the world will have a midnight margarita in solidarity for Practical Magic.
If you have midnight margaritas, please send us pictures of you doing that. We would love it.
I would die.
Especially if you make them in a giant cauldron.
Yes. And if
cauldron margaritas.
You have to say the spell. Like I just love that scene where like they literally and it looks like they're making a spell and then it goes down to the blender.
And it's a blender. That is the best.
It's so beautiful.
That is our new official recipe for margaritas, is that spell.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Except without the, like, creepy dead guy vibe that, like, makes them all kind of go a little insane. It's like evil truth spelly. Let's not have that. So, Midnight Margaritas, we're starting it. Okay.
I'm in.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. And as we head into Thanksgiving time, I want to start by thanking my wife, Kelsey, who has not only listened to just about every episode of this podcast for 8 seasons now, but who also is the only reason I'm able to make time to record it every week. She takes the kids, gets them dinner, and gets them ready for bed just so that Ellie and I can come on and yell about gay things into each other's faces for an hour. So here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people you're grateful for in your life, including yourself. I've been in therapy for a long time now, and one thing that's so important about therapy is how it teaches you to be more intentional. And being intentional about gratitude and how to show that to the people you appreciate is just one of the many benefits that I've gotten from therapy over the years. If you've been thinking of starting therapy, consider giving BetterHelp a try. I know how hard it can be to find time for regular therapy, and BetterHelp is designed to be flexible and convenient for your schedule. You can fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to start being more intentional about gratitude in your life, visit betterhelp.com/leshangout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/leshangout.
Let's hang out.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
With Lululemon, the real gift happens when they're living in it. When you give them the softest loungewear set, the real gift is this. And this. And this. This holiday, Lululemon makes it easy to give a gift that goes beyond. Open the moment. Shop now at lululemon.com.
Excellent. Before we get too off track with drinking, yes. I want to jump to another gay element of this movie that we haven't touched on yet, and which I didn't even, I think, consciously realize necessarily until we started planning this episode, which is baby Evan Rachel Wood.
Yes.
Right?
I didn't even realize that till I IMDb'd it and was like,
yes.
Wait. That was Evan Rachel Wood.
So many times, and I never noticed that's who plays the daughter.
Yes. So we
that's
already
insane.
have a bicon
yes.
in the movie.
I I love it. So here's my dream. Okay, here's the thing. If we are going to have some gay ships or redoing the movie to be gay, here's my first suggestion, because I have a couple.
All right.
Okay, my first suggestion is Kylie, who is Evan Rachel Wood's character, who's Sandra Bullock's daughter. Kylie grows up, comes out, realizes the obvious solution to the curse, and falls in love with a woman.
Yes, and then we see what does that mean, because it's also it's a coming out story, but it's also like it's suspense, it's mystery. You're like, is this girl gonna die?
Practical Magic 2, Kylie's coming out.
Wow, I actually really love that.
Right? I mean, you'd have to, like, come up with something, because I think they break the curse at the end of the movie, ostensibly, but whatever.
Well, maybe they break
ever stopped a reboot before.
Right? Maybe they break the curse, and the thing is, they only broke it for men. And they didn't even realize that it worked on women until Kylie.
Yes. Okay. But then that means that Kylie's going to fall in love and someone's going to die. And we don't want dead lesbians.
That does suck. But I don't know.
Or maybe she hears the Death Watch beetle, and then it's like a countdown, like, quick, you have to figure out how to break it again. Yeah?
Yes.
And we save the day.
And then they break it again and save the day.
Save the lesbian.
All right. There you go. With mother-daughter magic.
Save the lesbian, save the world.
Magic, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like that.
And we can bring Sandra Bullock back, because she's, you know.
I mean, she has
Sandra Bullock, so hot right now. Everyone wants a Sandra Bullock movie.
I love her so much. I've always loved her.
Right?
Well, if you're going to redo actual practical magic, like not a sequel, I think your most obvious solution is that the detective that comes into town is a woman instead of a man.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
I love it.
And, I mean, I do love the detective that she's with, blah, 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 whatever. But
we're recasting him.
How much better would it be if it was a woman? Women in law enforcement, women in uniform, like a freaking lesbian, out lesbian detective just coming into town.
We need a Nicole Haw in Practical Magic.
Yes. Nicole Haw comes into town to solve the mystery.
Oh my God. I love this so much.
Yeah.
We're recasting Gary Hallett, who's played in the movie by Aidan Quinn. So we're going to recast him. Who do we recast him with? Do you have someone in mind?
Well,
or we just...
now that you said Kat Burrell, I'm like, yeah, Kat Burrell.
But it's
does
so
it have
done,
to be in that
right?
time
She's done
period?
that. I think we need someone new. Oh, I don't know. From the
90s?
Yeah, when did this actually come out? Late 90s?
98.
98. Okay, 98. So who's a 1998 star that we can cast?
So let's say, oh my God, Reese Witherspoon.
Oh God. I don't know why it's so funny to me, because she'd be so much shorter than Sandra Bullock, isn't she?
Yeah, but I just love it because I feel like she also would exude such big dick energy in this tiny, like, woman.
I also love it because I'm picturing her, like, so I know he's supposed to be from Arizona in the movie, but he does have, like, kind of a weird accent that he plays up. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm picturing Reese Witherspoon, like, doing, like, the Sweet Home Alabama type accent in this role, and trying to be this, like, big intimidating detective, but, like, you know, with, like, hands on her hips and, like, but staring up at Sandra Bullock.
Yes. Honestly, amazing.
Sparks are flying. I love it.
I don't know why.
Oh
I feel like because Big Little Lies, I was like, I put Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman together, and then I was like, let's throw her in there. But yeah, I could really vibe on that. And then I feel like we have to talk about the spell that she cast to bring Gary into town. That's like Sally's character does.
Because, her love spell?
Yeah, because I feel like the spell would have to be different, or no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the pronouns are a little off.
Right? Because let me read the spell for those of you who haven't. So Sally casts this spell when she's younger, a love spell to bring her true love to her. And she basically is like, it's so unrealistic. There's no way that this guy ever exists, right? So I'll never fall in love. Here's the spell. He will hear my call a mile away. He will whistle my favorite song. He can ride a pony backwards. He can flip pancakes in the air. He'll be marvelously kind, and his favorite shape will be a star, and he'll have one green eye and one blue eye. So
Impossible man, but
possible woman.
Ooh.
But yeah, would she have to change the pronouns? Like my thing is like she says the spell and she's like, she'll blah blah blah, she'll blah blah blah, and that's maybe a little bit like it's the 90s, so it's like for sure homophobic. Like there's this right. There's this thing where she's like, well, I'll never fall in love with a girl, so this will never happen. Ha 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 ha. And then it's like, oh wait, honey, you will. You know? Or
until Reese Witherspoon comes a riding into town backwards on a pony and you don't know what hit you.
Right? Or they just change the pronouns completely and the spell just goes, they will, they will, they will, they will, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then you could do that from the beginning and people would assume it was a man because our brains. And then when you see the girl, you're like, you know?
What's happened? Why is Reese Witherspoon adorably flipping pancakes?
Exactly. And then you just give her some contacts,
yes.
one green eye, one blue eye. That makes more sense and makes me feel better about the movie.
Yeah, there you go. So I think she just does the spell neutrally, right? So instead of saying like, he'll have this and he'll have this, I say we get I'll never fall in love unless it's someone who does this and that and this and that.
And
right?
then
and then and then it
turns into a little blonde cutie.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm really into it.
I'm kind of feeling it. I think, you know, it is funny. We are in such a reboot heavy period of time. I don't know why we can't get more gay reboots. I mean, that's all we want.
Yes.
I just want a gay reboot of every movie.
I don't understand why no one is consulting us.
Right?
Yeah.
Guys, we have an episode every other week and they're just gold.
Exactly. We're giving you the treatment right here. God.
Movie pitches aplenty. They're here for the taking.
We are pitching a new movie every single other week, people.
And they'd be amazing. So I'm just throwing it out there for anyone's looking for ideas. We gave you a reboot and a sequel.
Yeah.
What more do you want from us?
Honestly,
you're welcome.
We should make both. The reboot and the sequel. We deserve both. I want to super quickly talk about the aunts just one more time because... Okay. I just love them, first of all. And I just think that Stockard Channing is innately gay.
Yes. You know what's funny? Same thing when I was putting my notes together. I think we have to add to our list if it's not on there. Grease. I mean, there's just something about her where you watch her and you're like, you should play a lesbian in this. You should just... I think she just always has, I think as Rizzo and I think as one of the aunts here, I think she always has this energy of like, fuck men.
Yes, because she doesn't want to.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it just oozes out of her. I would love to see that interpretation in anything that Stockard Channing is in.
Ever.
Has she played gay? Someone will let us know if she has, I bet.
Please let us know if Stockard Channing has played gay.
I feel like I would know if she had, right?
I don't know. We keep learning some new shit every week.
I know.
Every week.
It's true.
I did have another minor note that honestly doesn't matter that much, but I just think is funny. The movie is set in Massachusetts, and to me, Massachusetts is gay.
Just inherently.
Well, okay. First state to legalize gay marriage. If you go into all of Western Mass, gay city, Smith, all those other colleges.
Pioneer Valley, very gay.
Provincetown, at the tip of the Cape, is gay, gay, gay.
Well, okay, so that's the other thing. They're on an island, right? And they don't explicitly say where this island is, but can we just imagine that it's an island off the coast of P-Town?
Yes.
Right?
It for sure is.
Okay.
Yes. A town off the coast of Massachusetts. Like, they literally are just lesbians who took a boat to this island, and then we're like, oh, all right, here we are.
I love it.
And Autostraddle put this movie on their top 10 90s movies loved by girls who turned out to be gay.
Of course they did. Of course it is.
Yep. So, and of course they were like, okay, we know they're sisters, but female empowerment, lesbians.
Witches.
Everything.
Spells.
Yes. Obviously.
Curses on men. Curses on loving men. I mean, I think that is what kills me, is you have a movie where literally you are cursed by being unable to love men. And it's like, well... Is it a curse?
Is it a problem, really?
A curse or a blessing? It's
it seems
it's
like
an
a blessing.
Eye of the beholder situation.
Honestly, seems like a really nice curse to me, but
yeah, right?
It's okay.
I know that. I've lived that curse. I can't love men either. I don't know what it is.
Oh my god, amazing. So obviously we have no ships for this movie, but the ship is Sandra Bullock and gay. Sandra Bullock and Reese Witherspoon. And also just the fact that all of the women in this movie should be lesbians. It's genetic. And you would live a much happier, better life.
There you
Practical
go.
magic should have been gay.
Should have been gay. Excellent.
It's too easy.
Let me hear you say hip, 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 we're gay.
We love hearing from you guys, and we love continuing to build this community, so we want to shout out some of our favorite things and people each episode.
And because this is a Should Have Been Gay, we have to shout out someone who recommended a wonderful Should Have Been Gay. Eden sent us an email for Mamma Mia.
Excellent.
Which is amazing with Tanya and Rosie because, like, look at them. So definitely adding to the list. Have to go see Mamma Mia 2 with my girl Cher. And then we will definitely do a Should Have Been Gay, Mamma Mia 1 and 2. Double feature.
Oh, yeah. Double feature. Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Also, as always, we want to shout out our Lesbian Jesus patrons because we really could not do this without all of our patrons on Patreon, and especially these people, Amy and Ellen,
Kayla Kelly,
Lizette Stye,
Tanya Ferguson,
Jess Klaus,
and Danny Griswold.
Thank you guys.
And remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Let's Hang Out Pod.
You can send us an email at letshangoutpod@gmail.com. We love hearing from you, and we love more ideas for Should Have Been Gays.
Or you can check out our website at letshangoutpod.com.
Make sure that you subscribe to get new episodes as soon as they release.
And make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/letshangoutpod.
If you want to help support the podcast, there's a couple different ways that you can do that. The first one is easy and free. It is to rate and review us on iTunes. It helps other people find the podcast.
Or you can become a patron of the podcast at patreon.com/letshangout. It really helps us to make this and keep making content for you guys, so we really appreciate you all and would love to see more of you in our community.
If you want to get some cool Let's Hang Out swag, we have a store. You can find it at bit.ly/lesshop. Find t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, all sorts of good stuff, and especially leading up to Halloween.
And we're also doing a fundraising campaign for the Trevor Project, which you can donate to at bit.ly/lestrevor.
If you want to follow us individually, the best place to find me, I'm on Twitter and on Instagram at LSHFoster.
And the best place to find me is on Instagram and Twitter at EllieBrigida. And with that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Buffet brawlers, glory holes gone wrong, cannibalistic castration cabins, public poopers? These are just a few of the crazy topics you'll hear covered on Excuse Me? That's illegal. The pettiest podcast around. Whether you need a break from all that murdery true crime stuff, or just enjoy hearing hilarious stories told in a unique way, I got what you need. I'm Leroy Luna, your fearless host/chauffeur. So come hop in my minivan and let's go for a ride. I promise you probably won't be disappointed. Excuse Me? That's illegal is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, basically everywhere you consume podcasts, with new episodes dropping on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of the month, baby!